It's hard for me to talk about this right now because maybe you've discovered this in yourself, but a person's life tends to be divided up into different ages. And I've analyzed my own life, and I've decided that from the age 1 to age 12 for me was the age of eyes, because everything I saw had eyes. And then there was the age from 12 to 40, which I call the age of Jim, because it was all about my ego. And that faded away, and just about 3 weeks ago, I entered the age of cake. And the age of cake is not all that jolly. The cake in the age of cake is not the kind of cake you can eat, and it's not the kind of cake you can have. It's an elusive, corrosive death cake. And because I'm in that state now, and the work I'm beginning to do is kind of beginning to reflect that in a way that appalls and frightens me, I haven't quite developed the vocabulary for it. But one thing I have determined for myself is that art and drugs are real similar. Art and drugs will show you places, but they won't get you there. And for a long time, I was one of those people who said that art was my religion. Excuse me. I said that art was my religion for years and years, but I've come to feel that if you have religious impulses that manifest themselves in art, you can only be in that state for a while, and then you need to abandon the art and embrace God. And for me, that's the age of cake. That's the point where you say goodbye to art and you say hello to the worst mysteries that there are, the deepest, most terrifying things, and that's where you can see holes appear in your arm, and it's where you can find yourself disappearing into mathematical equations. It's the time when spirals and fractals can devour you. It's the time when you face your disintegration in a terrifying way, and unless you want to wind up in a hospital bed full of, painkillers and tubes, you have simply got to move towards that cake and see what that cake really is at the end of the line. The cake at the end of the line is what we are all aiming towards, and personally, I'm trying to face it as bravely and as lucidly as I can, if you know what I mean.